Hi, my YouTube family. This is Melody from Home Garden and Fashion. I thank you so much for being here today. Today, we're going to have a wonderful time together. Hi, today we're going to talk about a story. It's a Buddha inspired story. So once there's a lady many years ago, and she went to a Buddhist monk, and this monk lived in a high hill. So she found out through her village neighbors that this monk is very knowledgeable and he can solve her problems. And so she walked miles and went to the monk, and monk was sitting under a tree, and this was like a temple, Buddhist temple, very calm, peaceful, serene. Now by the time she reached there, it's almost evening. So she went, and the monk said that since almost evening and going back to her village will take a long time, and it will get dark, and there are forests, so there are wild animals. So she should just spend the night in this Buddhist temple and go next morning. So in the evening, before the monk did his prayer and then time to go to bed, the lady sat down in front of the monk, and she stated her problem. So she said her problem was that in her home there was a lot of fight and chaos and unhappiness, and even though she what would consider had a comfortable life, like had food, roof over the head, husband and kids, but still there was no happiness in life. Life seemed like very empty with fights, and she stated that she always feel like she needed to escape from the home, and because of this feeling that she needed to escape, her health was very falling, and she was always sick. She always had headaches, and the people in the house, they always had fights with each other. So even night she couldn't sleep because her mind, the thoughts would be racing, that what fight will be tomorrow and how will be the situation of the home, and there was just no happiness. So and the monk told her that right now, at this minute, there is nobody around you. It's just me and you. And there was in front of the Buddha's shrine, there was a little room where the monk slept on the floor, made a bed and slept on the floor and ate some fruits. So he told the lady that there's another room for visitors, so you can make your bed there and sleep. But before you go to sleep, just have some fruits, just simple food. Also in the Buddhist temple, the monks, they ate once only, and the lunchtime they ate vegetables, rice, lentils, and then nighttime they had some milk and fruits, and that was also by 7 p.m. After that they did prayer in front of Lord Buddha, and then they went to sleep at the nightfall. So as soon as it was dark, they were in bed. So in summertime it happened like 9 p.m. In winter time at 8 p.m. Depends on when it gets all dark. Because they didn't also have the light or electricity, so they use candles. because it was a temple all the way up in the hill. There was no electricity, and they had the pump well, and they had another regular well where they collected the water, and they didn't have anything modern things. It was very extremely simple life. Monk had just two pairs of clothes, which was just the robe that they use, and fabric they wear all around their body, and just simple basic food and water from the well, and that's it. And they had couple of cows with the milk, and so they got milk, and they grew fruits and vegetables in their garden where they worked whole day and grow the vegetable and fruits, and grain always came from donations, or they usually went for begging during daytime, and they asked for whole grain lentils and potatoes and vegetables. Sometimes people give them some ghee, which is the oil, ghee and salt, turmeric, things like that, which needed to be cooking. Just very basic simple food. They ate very simple and did not consume any animal meat because they believe that animal meat creates diseases in the body. And the way when an animal being killed for food, the animal go through serious anger, hate, sadness, and all this secretes all kinds of hormones into the body and blood. And when human ate that, they got those feelings into their body, so it created diseases. So they believed the fruits and vegetables would just fall off from the tree even if nobody ate it. So humans are supposed to pick them up and consume it. That's why the tree is giving away. But no animal actually coming to a human and saying that cut me, chop me up and eat me, because that is not how things goes in this world. So she did that. She ate little fruit, and then she prayed in front of the Buddha. And this was the first time in her life, in 30 years of her marriage, that she felt so much peaceful and calm, that there was total peace and eternity. And she almost fell asleep in front of the shrine, and just totally like didn't want it to get up, but then she had to get up because she was kind of cold in that room. So she went to her room and made a bed on the floor and fell asleep. And that was the first night when she had the most beautiful sleep and happy dreams. And around 4 a.m. the monk got up and woke her up, and she woke up. And then after that, they took a nice shower, which is from the well water, and when very cold water early morning. And then they drank some spice tea, which is like not regular tea or coffee. This is spice boil, which will keep the immune system strong and body strong. So they drank that, and after that they did meditation and prayers and yoga practices, and then they ate some rice and some boiled vegetable and lentils, and then they worked in their garden little bit. And then the Buddha monk, he took that lady with her, and they went to the city to beg. And while coming down through the forest to the city, he told the lady that now you can go home because we're at the city and I'll be going back home at night time. And she said, I really don't want to go home because this feels so nice. I never felt this good in my entire life. My home feels like chaos, and my mind is like 100 thought racing, and I never get any peace or happiness. And I feel my body feels like so trapped and stuck in there, and I really feel so amazing here. This is so simple life. Can you just let me stay? There's so much space. I can sleep and I can garden and I can beg, and whatever I get I'll eat. It's such a happy life. Monk said, okay, you can stay, but after you go and say goodbye to your family and let them know where you are, so that way, if anybody needs you, they know that you're. And she said, no, I cannot do that because these people, my husband, my children, they need me. They need me to cook and clean and take care of them, so they will never let me come. Then Buddha said that when they need you, that means this is your duty, so you should finish your duty and then come. You should not escape your duty. So she went home and she was extremely sad, but she still had to continue. So she continued like this for a month, and again one evening, one daytime she started walking. By the time evening she reached to the Buddha's temple, and then she fall in the feet of the monk and say, oh monk, please let me stay. It's just staying in home is like torture, so please let me stay in this Buddha's temple. And then he asked, did you say goodbye to your family? And she said, no, I couldn't, but I did tell them that I'm gonna be coming a week later. I'm going for some treatment. My health is bad. So my husband is going to take care of the kids, and he called his sister. She came and she's going to help him, but she's actually even worse. She screams even more. So I will just let them take care of the family for a week, and I'll stay here for a week. So he said, okay. So every day she cleaned, she cooked, and she did gardening, and she prayed. And night time, before 9 o'clock, after prayers, she would fall asleep snoring. She had the best night's sleep. She was so happy. This happiness was beyond anything that she have ever experienced. So the time went on fast, and the day came for her to go. That time Buddha said that Buddhist monk wasn't actually Buddha, but Buddhist monk who followed Buddha's teaching and followed his path. So he said to her, the reason you get so disturbed because you expect that, and you expect everyone to be acting the way you want them to. But here, there's no one that you want them to act the way you want them to. Like, I am doing my priest, praying, and you're cooking and waiting, and then we're just going to bed after prayers. But you don't wish for the God to do things the way you want God to do, or me. So there's that pressure is not there. But when you're home, it's the chaos because you all want so many things, but whatever we want doesn't really happen. So when it doesn't happen, then everything feels so sour, so bitter, because we have so much expectation from each other, from life. So why don't you live in your home the way you live here? You clean, you cook, you serve the food, and you do meditation and prayers, and you go to bed on time, and you let things fall the way they are. Don't force it, because even if you force it, there are chaos and fights, but nobody really listens. So then you get very disappointed, and that have a negative effect on your body. So what you do is don't live in the past, that how horrible things were or how who did what to you, or don't live in the future, like what will happen tomorrow. These people are like this, or my family is like this, what will happen tomorrow? No, live in the present, this moment. When you are in the temple, you're living this moment. You're cooking, you're singing, you're meditating, and you're showering, and you're eating, and you're going to sleep. So you're living in the present moment. But when you're home, you're either in your mind living in the past or worried about the future. So you cannot really live in the present moment. So when you're not living in the present moment, that's where you fall into depression and anxiety of the future, and that's where you fall in the chaos in your mind, where the mind don't want to shut up. It's just constant chatter going in the mind, all kinds of chaos. Even at night you're not resting because the constant dialogue goes in the mind. What went on, what is going to go on, what will take place, how am I going to act, what am I going to say. So all this thing continuously playing like movies in your head. So what do? You chant. You chant the God's name that you like. You like Durga, you chant Om Namo Durgaye Namo. She said, how many times? He said, all day, millions of times. Or Om Namah Shivaya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya Namah. Or you chant Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Sangam Saranam Gacchami. Like this, you just pick a mantra. Mantras are vibration, and when you chant this all day, you're going to align yourself with higher vibration. And when you align yourself with higher vibration and you chanting this all day, your mind is automatically going to shut up, because mind will become calmer and calmer. Your body will become calmer, and slowly you'll begin to feel very healthy, calm, living in the present moment. Then all these things will not bother you. The things, when you're sitting in this temple meditating, will the birds chattering outside, or the wind, or the rain, or the animals howling bothers you? It doesn't, but they're still doing it, and noise is there, but you're not picking them up because you are merged with the higher vibration. You are one soul with the higher vibration. So when you are that vibration, then you will attract to the similar vibration. But when you're in home, you're in total chaos, your vibration is very low, so you will attract only low vibration things. So just meditate, pray as much as you can. This will give you peace, and this will stop the constant chattering of the brain. So she learned, and then she came and started applying that to her life, and gradually she found that the chatter in her mind is gone, and now her mind and body is very calm and peaceful. So this is how she stopped the constant mental chatter and made her life peaceful and worthy of living again. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And I will see you with many, many more sweet dreams. Good night. Hi, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video. Thank you. May God bless you all.